Today is the 21st. We got Tam playing MC in a rematch for the second time this week. It's TamJV. Currently, it's the top of the first inning. We got 2 outs, and we got 1 runner. Second pitch is ball low. It's a 2-1 count. First 2 batters of the inning, we had a pop up to third base and a pop up to second base. 2-2 count. Kirkley is pitching ever. 2-3 inning for Tam. That's very nice. And we're headed to the bottom of the fast with the Tam Hawks coming to the bat. Bottom of the first inning, we got a 0-0 game. Leading off for Hawks today is Hank Marin, followed by Dylan Whitmore and Ryder Weber for 1 through 3. On the mound for the visiting Wildcats of MC is James Cook. Murray's in there getting ready to hit. First pitch is a called strike. It'll come soon, don't worry. Once I figure out how to make that work. Hank, foul ball over first base. That was close. Looked like it. Another couple inches would have been fair and might have gone for a double. So we got a 0-2 count to Hank Murray. Looks like Cook for MC is finding the strike zone pretty well so far, which is great. For the visiting Wildcats, we have Fromicke behind the plate. We have Drucker at first, Strell at second, Raymond at short. We have James Root in left, Hammond in center, and Perry at right. And playing third base is number 50. I don't have a name for number 50. So we're just going to go with number 50. Hank hits a high chopper up the middle. He runs to first. Ooh, that was close. Barely got Hank Murray at first base. It was a tough play. It was a great play by the infielder to get that out. Now batting is Dylan Whitmore. He's been kind of one of our hotter hitters lately. See if he can keep that streak alive. Gets him going here in the bottom of the first. First pitch is high and outside. Ball 1. So 1 out. 1 out. Bottom of the first. Second pitch is inside and high. Dylan just moved out of the way for ball 2. All right, I think we got our technical difficulties worked out. I think we're heading into the top of the second inning. The Hawks made a little bit of noise there in the.
Here we go.
There you go. I assume they could hear me before, right? I don't know. Well,
yeah.
I might have been talking to myself.
Keep these things up.
Not the first time. The Hawks made a little bit of noise there in the bottom of the first. We had 2 guys on, 1 walk and 1 nice hit by Lucas over the shortstop's head. So we're heading into the top of the second inning. For the visiting Wildcats, we have Drucker, number 50, who I still don't have a name for, and Fromicke is coming up, so 4, 5, 6. Otherwise, for TAM today we have, I think I mentioned before, we have Aiden Kirkley pitching, and we have Ever catching. Around the infield, we have George Graham at third. We have Hank Murray at shortstop. We have Andrew Cohen at second, and we have Henry Bennett at first. That was a ball low. In the outfield, we have Lucas DePippa in left, Ryder Weber in center, and Levi Burrows in right.
Well, excited to get another look at these Wildcats. We played them the other day, and so we're getting a whole lot of Marin Catholic action this week. Had a good outing against them on
swing and a miss.
Was that on Wednesday?
That was on Tuesday.
Tuesday,
yeah, we did. It was a 7-0 victory over the Wildcats, which was nice. It's always fun beating Marin Catholic.
Yeah, that is fun. I know these boys are looking to do it again.
Yeah, and the highlight of that 7-0 victory was Hank Murray pitched a complete game, 7 innings.
Oh yeah, he was on fire.
That was a little inside, and so far inside, in fact, it was a hit by pitch. It's going to be first runner on base. So we have 1 runner on, no outs, top of the second, and number 50's coming to plate. So Hank had pitched 7 innings, shutout baseball, had 5 hits, No runs, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts, which is dealing in the pitcher lingo.
How many pitches was that?
He threw about 80 pitches.
Yeah.
A little more than 10 per inning, which is amazing efficiency, and he just looked great the whole day. I think the Marin Catholic couldn't quite figure him out.
Well, his curveball was on and had great control of the plate, and he, had faith in his defense behind him, and they picked him up.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some great plays in the field. Lucas DePippa, I remember, made 1 or 2 great catches out in left field, and among other great plays by the Hawks. Oh, the called strike there. So we got a runner on first now, no outs, 0-1 count to, again, number 50, because I don't have his name.
George played with him in travel. Tennyson is his name. That's his first name. I forget his last name.
All right.
Very strong hitter. When he gets a piece of the ball, it stays in the air for a while. So I know they're going to try to pitch carefully to him.
So it was last pitch was a called strike. Looked like it was an off-speed curveball. The runner also advanced to second base and stole ball in the dirt. That was the first ball of the at-bats. We got a 1-2 count to Tennyson. Thank you, Bill, for
that's my one contribution.
The local knowledge? No, this is very important local knowledge.
My one contribution to their lineup.
It was a foul off to the right, keeping it at a 1-2 count. That was a good battle by Tennyson there to stay alive on that kind of late swing just to get a piece of it.
Well, we got a beautiful day here at the over here at the Nest. Nice to have the sun out after our last rainy outing at home on Monday. I'm sure the pitchers appreciate it, having a nice dry ball.
Absolutely. It's starting to feel a little bit like spring, which is baseball weather versus winter baseball, which it felt like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Here wearing my shorts, but I still have my puffy just in case.
That was a little bit high. We got a full count now. Kirkland's got to settle down and get this out, not get the first 2 guys of the inning on base. And he hits it. That's hit pretty hard. Back to Lucas in left, but it's caught. Lucas under it.
That's a great catch by Lucas out there. And that's what I was saying. Tenny, as they call him, he could really get a piece of the ball, which he did on that one. Shorter field, that ball's gone.
But that is what happens in high school baseball. Fly balls get caught.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of nice to be able to, trust your outfield on that. Kirkley came in there on a full count, not wanting to walk. First pitch to Fromicke is a called strike. It really was a just superb outing by Hank Murray last Tuesday. So far, probably one of the highlights of this early season for the JV Hawks. That was a called strike. It's like a curveball from Kirkley to Fromicke. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Thrown down to first. Got him at first. It was a great block by Ever. Kept the ball in front of him. Was able to get the out at first base, but the runner did advance to third.
Well, that was 3 great pitches by Aiden, really just controlling the strike zone right there. Good to see.
First pitch to James Root was a swing and a miss for strike 1. James pitched for the Wildcats on Tuesday. I keep forgetting what day that was.
Monday we were here with San Rafael. Tuesday we were at the Wildcats.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. James pitched a really good game. I think when he left the game, it might have been 1 or 2-0. He pitched 4 or 5 innings. Really pitched a solid game. Kind of got out of hand a little later in the game for the Wildcats, but it was a fun game.
Yeah, that's right. He kept it pretty close. I forgot about that.
And it's a little looper to Henry Bennett at first base for out number 3. So through 2 innings, we have a 0-0 game still, and due up for the Hawks are going to be George Graham, Aiden Kirkley, and Andrew Cohen. 6, 7, 8. All right.
Well, we got a busy week or I guess I should say the Hawks have a busy week. They had Monday and Tuesday games and then Friday and Saturday games. Who are we facing tomorrow, Jason?
We're facing Petaluma. It's a non-league game, but Petaluma's coming down to the Nest for another good baseball game. Petaluma's usually a pretty strong team, so it should be fun, and it should be a nice weekend too. So hopefully the weather's even nicer than it is right now, which is pretty nice.
Petaluma's they've always had a strong team. Some folks will remember a couple of years back they went to the Little League World Series. Could be around the class that we're seeing. Maybe it was a little bit longer than that.
They did. I remember. I don't remember which year it was. I'm sure we could look it up somehow. Or maybe, I don't know if YouTube people can help us out with that. But yeah, they did. It's fun. It's fun when a local team makes it to Williamsport.
Yeah, if any viewers out there watching TamTV want to help us with some of that knowledge, hit us up in the chat. Let us know when Petaluma went to the Little League World Series. My guess is 12 years ago. So definitely before these guys.
Yeah, I definitely remember. I do not remember how long ago it was. We're actually missing our other booth mate today. Dan Murray's on site, on location.
Yeah, pour some out for Dan.
Making sure the golf courses and the islands are taken care of.
Is that where he is? He's on the golf course? Come on.
I don't know that for a fact, but it's a guess. I know he's in Hawaii, and I'm guessing that.
let's just say he's on the golf course.
There you go. All right, so we got, leading off the second inning, we got George Graham for the Hawks stepping in. First pitch, outside, ball one. The first, I guess it was probably the first 4 or 5 innings yesterday. It was a 2-0. It was like a 1-0 game, then it was a 2-0 game. It was a pretty tight game until about the 4th or 5th inning when it kind of opened up a little bit. So there definitely are two solid, evenly matched teams. The 7-0 score doesn't really reflect how most of that game went, I would say.
Yeah, the Hawks just managed to get to their bullpen that day.
They did. Henry Bennett ended up having a big 2-out hit to score, to unload the bases were loaded, and he got all the runs in, which was really nice. To score 3, that kind of broke the game open. That was a ball. We got a 2-1 count. And George is playing third base today, which is the second time I've seen him play third base.
Yeah, usually they call on George to catch, but he also plays third and does a bit of pitching.
That's great. Yeah, we saw him. He played third on Saturday at Alameda.
That's right.
Which is part of our busy week. Saturday to Saturday, 8 days. We got, what is that? I can't even count. 5 games?
5 games?
Yeah.
That's a busy week. 5 games in 8 days. Man, oh, man. That's like a professional schedule.
It is. I hope we have enough arms. Our arms don't fall off. But I think we have only 1 or 2 games next week. So we get a little bit of a breather. And then we have spring break coming up.
That's right.
In a couple weeks when they get a week off. That pitch is outside to George. It's a full count. Ooh, that looked a little bit high, but
high and out. But
it was called a strike, so it's a strike.
I know we're going to hear about that at the dinner table tonight.
At least you have a good view, and you can agree with George.
That's right.
It did look like a little. I agree with you.
I'll agree with him on that one. Yeah, that's a tough swing.
It's a tough swing. Now batting for the Hawks is Aiden Kirkley, our pitcher today. With 1 out, steps in. First pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Broadcasting from the booth again today, which is a fun view because you get to be right behind the plate, which we talked about last time. You really get to see the balls and strikes.
Yeah, it's great being back here in the booth. We're trying to see if we can expand the booth. We had some good discussions about that the other night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're going to start the fundraising?
I think the fundraising, yeah. I think our next step is to get, we're going to check with the district. Our AD is going to check with the district, and we're going to try to get some pricing on what it would cost.
Fouled off to the right, head toward the scoreboard, and just over the scoreboard. Going to be a 1-2 count to Aiden. That's great. So the wheels
the wheels of bureaucracy are in motion.
Oh yeah, we try to cut through the red tape here at the Tam High Boosters and get things done. Darren Firestein, our fearless leader, has been great at that. In the past year, we've installed all of these permanently mounted cams around the nest here, which makes the broadcast better, makes the setup easier. And we're looking to continue with our improvements with a better broadcasting booth.
That's great. Oh, last pitch was a ball to Aiden for 2-2. Pitchers hits it to left field.
That's a good shot.
Going to be an out, I think, to James Root in left field. That was a good shot. Hit well. But, again, high school, fly balls good. Our outs.
Yeah, we got a deep, tall fence out there. It's pretty tough to get it out there.
It is.
That's a good shot.
I've always wondered why we don't have distance markers on our fence.
You know what?
I feel like I want to map it out and come out here on a weekend and paint a piece of plywood white.
I think we could do something about that.
I can do that. I know how to cut a square piece of plywood, or I guess a rectangle plywood. Put a number on it.
You know, I think we could maybe do one better. Maybe we could get printed distance markers.
Actually, that's not true. I'm not that good at painting, but my wife, Lindsay, she could make it look pretty professional, I think.
Well, let's go with the DIY approach. I love it.
We just got to figure out the distance. Now batting for the Hawks is Andrew Cohen's first at bat of the day, and first pitch was a ball, and then he just fouled it off for a 1-1 count. We got 2 outs.
You know, those distance markers, that wouldn't be too tough. You know, we could just get some mesh, make some stencils out of cardboard, spray paint them yellow. I think it would be pretty sweet.
And we just need someone to come out there here with their iPhone and walk from home plate.
That's right.
down the line to measure it. That was right over the base. It's a race to first. He's just got beat out by the first baseman. That was a nice play by the first baseman. Andrew almost beat it out for out number 3. That's going to do it for the bottom of the second inning. Still 0-0. And we have due up for the visiting Wildcats, Perry, Cook, and Hammond, top of the order. 8-9-1.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jason. We're going to need to figure out what that distance actually is. If we have any land surveyors out there watching on TamTV, let us know. You know,
that would be the easier way to do it. The iPhone way. If you've ever measured with your iPhone, where you can like drop a pin and you can walk with the distance thing and it tracks it. I've done that before, but that's it's a long walk. I'm kind of lazy, so.
Anyone has a transom and a surveying, surveying transit? I should know that. Actually, my undergrad degree, Jason, was in civil engineering.
Oh, wow.
And I did learn how to survey.
Sounds like we have someone that can do it. We just need the equipment.
Yeah, I've not.
It's been a while.
It's not something I've made a career change since then, and I've never done surveying since that class in college. So maybe we'll just have to get a tape measure.
And she only graduated a couple years ago, but it's still hard to remember, I know.
That's right. It's hard to remember what happened a couple years ago.
But yeah, that's what in even center field. It'd be nice to get him in left, center, and right. Assuming the coaches are okay with that, which I don't know why they wouldn't be. It's kind of.
Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, I know we were talking about hitting up Phil Sasso to help us out with building this new booth. Phil's a contractor, and I know Phil. I've seen that Phil has a 100-yard long tape measure. He used it in Little League once when we were at Friends Field in the championship. He measured out how far the cone should be.
Hard hit ground ball to Hank Murray, picks it up, throws to first, in time, got him. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's my favorite type of defensive baseball.
Great play by Hank Murray. Yeah, Phil measured out those cones on the field there to make sure everything was legit. So I think we got that covered too.
Is 100 yards going to be enough?
Oh, no, you might have to run it multiple times.
You might have to run it. How far do we think left field is? 300? 280? 300?
Oh, God.
It's a little shorter than right field. I know that. That's why it's taller.
Okay.
First pitch to Cook. The other pitcher is a ball, so we have a 1-0 count, 1 out. Top of third. And swing and a miss for strike 1. We got a 1-1 count, 1 out. That's a little outside ball. Looks like that was a curveball that didn't do its job. Being the curving.
Its job being curving.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. We got a 2-2 count.
All right, I'd like to see Aiden's battling back here. He's going to go right at him. You always want to strike out your other pitcher.
Ooh, outside. That's going to be a ball. So we got a full count now to Cook. So after the 1 pitch, 1 out, we're going to go the little tougher route with 6 pitch, 1 out. Or 2 outs, I guess. Swing and a miss. Got him. That was a nice inside and low pitch.
Nice off-speed pitch. Got him off balance on that.
Back to the top of the lineup, and D. Hammond's coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He had a pop up to third base, I believe, in the first inning. Before we were broadcasting. I think we were broadcasting, but we weren't. I wasn't talking yet. Aiden steps in on 0-1 count with 2 outs. That curveball curved just not quite enough, maybe a little high to a 1-1 count. Hammond backed off a little bit. Ooh, another one. Didn't quite curve enough, but Hammond backed out, and that's going to be a little inside for ball 2 with a 2-1 count. Ground ball up the middle. Hank Murray gloves it, throws to first. Just in time. Nice play by Hank coming across. Hammond's fast. I mean, leadoff hitters are usually pretty fast, but he put a lot of pressure on Hank. Hank fielded it cleanly, and I think he fell down after he threw it.
Yeah,
so much into it.
He put his whole body behind that. No, so that he grabbed some dirt afterwards.
Or whatever, carpet.
Grab some turf.
Colored carpet, brown.
Some dirt-colored turf.
All right, that was an 11-pitch inning for Aiden Kirkley. End of the top of the second. Leading next inning we have coming up for the Hawks. Burrows is our number 9 hitter. Then we're going to go back to the top of the order for Murray and Whitmore. So far, it's a pitching duel. We only have 1 hit in the game so far. So it's a clean at 2.5 frames so far. So did you fill out a March Madness bracket? Are you a bracket guy?
You know, I'm not a bracket guy.
Okay.
You know, there was a time when I was, and lately I've fallen from that.
Okay.
What about you? You got yours going?
I do have brackets going. I probably shouldn't, I guess, is the way I'll put it, because I think I have one pool I was in with 240 people, and for a while yesterday I was dead last.
Well, what's your, I mean, do you put some, are you going random, or are you going the gut, or are you going with some analysis? Like, how do you fill yours out?
I usually do pick the favorites. Like, they have, like, most of the brackets now you can, like, select to pick favorites or whatever, and then I modify it and screw it up is the way I like to think about it.
Yeah.
So I think I know what I'm talking about, so I start moving things around and picking different winners and thinking of upsets, and usually doesn't work out. So I'm not in last place anymore in that one. I'm in second to last now, which at least I'm not in the cellar. A swing and a miss, strike 2.
You got Levi Burrows at the plate.
This is first up out of the day. So yeah, I'm not so into it. I like to do it, but I'm not very good at it, I guess is the the summary of it.
Well, do you follow college hoops?
No.
Yeah, see, neither do I.
Called strike 3. You look like he's calling that high and outside strike. The same one that George got that got called out on. You got to go back to the dugout and talk to everyone, say, swing that pitch.
It's tough. You're trying to protect the plate, and it just still doesn't feel right to swing at that high outside pitch with 2 strikes, but you gotta protect that corner.
You got to at least learn to fight it off, I think, which is probably a skill these guys are going to be working on this year, next year, is learning how to just stay alive. First pitch to Hank Murray is a called strike. Looked like that was a curveball.
Yeah, you got a lefty there with that curveball coming in on the outside corner.
Yeah, first pitch called strike curveball. It's fouled off by Hank Murray. Hank, first time at bat, was over 1. I don't remember what happened. He did hit the ball right over first. It was just barely foul. It would have gone for a double, but he had a ground out to shortstop last inning. 2 innings ago. 0-2 count now. And fights it off. That was a good fight off. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, it's definitely a skill I think you learn, as you progress in baseball, is how to fight off. Just kind of arm swing it and fight it off.
Yeah.
When it's a pitch you can't really do much with, but you want to stay alive. Hank slaps on the ground to the right side to the second baseman, on to first, and he's out. That's going to be 2 outs.
All right, we got big double D, Dylan Whitmore.
Dylan walked the first time. He had a great at-bat, got a full count. Got 6 or 7 pitches out of the pitcher. James Cook so far has only thrown 39 pitches, which is pretty low. So the Hawks want to definitely start getting him to throw more pitches.
Well, Dylan's been hot lately. Let's see if he can keep it going. He's had a couple really good games this week.
First pitch outside, ball 1. He has. I think Dylan and Ryder are probably our 2 hottest hitters, which is why we're seeing them batting 2-3, I think.
Yeah, yeah, they're both finding the holes.
Fouled back for strike 1. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Also, earlier this week on Tuesday, I guess Varsity's playing right now, which we can check on in a little bit, see what the score is. But Tam Varsity played here on Tuesday. I think they won. Was it 17-7?
Yeah,
was the final score. I think they ended up having to play still 6 innings. I was told because they kept giving up runs, going ahead, giving up runs.
Yeah, couldn't quite get 10 ahead.
Couldn't quite close out the game earlier.
That was a long game.
It was. Our game was fast. It was like an hour and 45 minutes. I think theirs was like 2.5.
Yeah, we finished. We were done with dinner at Gott's, and they were still playing. We were still watching them on TamTV. Yeah,
Ball, 2-1 count.
Between the different teams at Tam here, we've been seeing a lot of these Wildcats this week.
2-1 count to Dylan with 2 outs. Get something started here for the Hawks. Foul back, just missed that one. Fell right back to the cage.
Well, Dylan's getting some pitches out of him. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, same as his last at bat. He went full count and then got the walk out of it. So it's 2-2 now. He's fighting it off, which is great. Would be nice to see him get on base and get Ryder up, who's one of our other hot hitters right now.
Yeah, Dylan's very, very patient, very disciplined hitter. All right, that's a good up. Oh, that's a full count.
Ball 3, yeah, that was outside. Ball 3, full count. I'd say runners are going, but there's no runners to go.
No.
Just Dylan, I guess. Hopefully Dylan's going. We're giving him a big gap in right center over there. Fouled it off.
That was a foul ball, fellas.
It was.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was saying Cook was hoping it was a swing and a miss, but
yeah,
it was not.
Yeah, that right fielder, they're definitely, I think they got the scouting report on Dylan. They don't want to give up that first base line on him. They know he can rip it down there, but they're leaving him a lot of space in right center.
He is. He is mostly a pull hitter, too, I've noticed. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. That was high.
Oh, that was high, but always worried that curveball is going to drop in. Didn't do it on that one.
All right, we got a 2-out walk, and we got Ryder Weber coming to the plate. Ryder is 0 for 1 today. Been very hot, and I'm going to guess that Dylan's going to be on the move, although Tommy, I've noticed, doesn't always send the runner on the first pitch. Which I don't know if that's just what I've noticed or whether it's a strategy or I'm completely wrong.
All right, Ryder on the storm. He's going to look to get a poke here.
Not a lot of storm today, but we'll make a storm once he hits a gapper.
That's right. He's looking to make one.
Dylan leads off. Ryder's in there. It's 1-0 count. First pitch was a ball.
Yeah, with our partner Dan not in the booth, we got to work overtime trying to get our pun numbers up.
Uh-oh, that was a ball. Dylan was sliding back in. The catcher tried to get behind him and threw it a little wide, and it went down the right field line. And Dylan got up and ran to second. And easily safe. So now we got a runner in scoring position. So this is the first kind of action of the day.
As a father of a catcher, that failed back pick always makes me cringe a little bit.
It is tough.
Tough one.
It is tough. The right fielder did a good job of getting over there and backing up, though, which was, I think in Little League that would have probably gone for 3 bases.
Yeah, right.
That was a called strike. We got a 2-1 count to Ryder. Base hit should score a run now. Dylan's got some speed, so anything kind of hit in the outfield should score the run with 2 outs. He'll be running close to on the pitch. Low, and that was a ball. I think it hit Ryder in the foot, but
no, I don't know.
I think it did. I think he's
Okay.
tired of getting. Ryder's leading our team hit by pitches, and he's getting frustrated. And I think he was hoping that the way he looked at the umpire, I think he was hoping he didn't.
These Hawks do not want to be hit. They want to get hit and not be hit. Get hits and not be hit.
So.
Yeah, that happened with George the other day. He took an inside pitch that brushed his jersey, and he pretended nothing happened. And the ump said, "Hey, you got to take first."
Yes, they did. So I think that. Well, I don't know if we could pull back we'll look at the video later, but I'm pretty sure, or we'll just talk to Ryder maybe post game and find out the story.
He got hit against the Wildcats the other day, and he was not happy about it. He was kind of angry when he had an angry bat flip as he ran down to first.
He did. All right, well, that was a great at-bat by Ryder. Got runners over to third. We got first and third now with 2 outs, and we got another one of our hot hitters, Lucas DePippo, who got a nice line drive over the shortstop in the first inning. The MC coach has called time and is coming out to talk and hopefully settle down his pitcher. And the Hawks have done a good job of getting some pitches out of him. He's up to 51 pitches now, which is nice. In this inning, he's thrown 19 pitches, which is one more than he threw in the first inning at 18 pitches. But he's getting a little more wild, having trouble finding the strike zone. They do have someone warming up in the bullpen down there. Looks like a lefty. That might be Connor Grant.
Well, if Tuesday was any indication, I'm sure the Hawks are going to try to get themselves to the bullpen on the Marin Catholic bullpen, because that's when things really started to happen for them in the last game.
It did. They have a lot of pitchers over there, but we also, like I said, because we had a lot of games this week, so pitching was going to be a worry. But with Hank pitching a complete game on Tuesday, it really opened up. I mean, just about anybody's available today, I think. Yeah,
we had no games on Wednesday or Thursday, so that was a big deal.
Yeah, and so a couple guys pitched on Monday. Most of them can pitch today, assuming they're feeling good, obviously. But and then tomorrow we got the Petaluma game, but not too worried. First pitch to Lucas was a swing and a miss. We got some visitors in the outfield. I don't know if you saw them come in, Bill.
Hit the geese.
Ooh. That was a little outside, called strike. Lucas is going to have to protect now. We got an 0-2 count.
I think if Lucas could drop a ball just over the geese's head, that's a base hit.
I mean, Ryder might score if he does that. Ryder's probably going to be off at this point, 0-2 count.
Aim for him.
The catcher's got a good arm, so I'm sure that's why Ryder hasn't gone. He's off. And hit back to the pitcher. Lucas turns and spins and throws to first, and he's out. So the Hawks strand 2, and it remains 0-0 after 3 innings. All right. Due up for the visiting Wildcats is going to be Raymond, Farmer, and Drucker.
Well, Jason, we got a couple of viewers tuning in on the live stream on TamTV. Good to see you out there. As always, hit us up in the chat. Let us know you're there. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know how we're coming across. Let us know if you have if you want some advice or have any tips for us.
Any questions? We're happy to take questions.
We take questions from the audience. I always like to know who's tuning in from the furthest away. Would love to know that one.
There was one game we had, I think when I was not here, I was tuning in. I think you had maybe your sister was tuning in from Maine.
That's right.
And you said she was the farthest, but I was 35,000 feet up somewhere over Texas.
Okay, that counts.
I thought maybe, I don't know if I'm not good with angles and things, but I don't know if Maine is still farther than 35,000 feet up over Texas. I don't know.
She was tuning in from Long Island.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yes.
Oh, so she might still. It might. Again, I don't know. Angles and I don't know how that going up in the air matters, but
yeah,
I was definitely the highest.
You're thinking of the hypotenuse, right? You got not just the x-axis, but the y-axis.
Exactly.
Which is important. Yeah, you get some extra distance with that.
But I was definitely the highest in the air, I guess.
Well, I'm impressed at the what airline were you flying where you had Wi-Fi that was good enough? Because I was wondering about that. Usually my Wi-Fi is garbage when I pay for it.
Great question. I think I was on Alaska.
Okay.
And I paid the $8, and I was surprised I was able to stream as well, and it was really good. First pitch in the top of the fourth from Kirkley was outside, ball one.
Well, because they'll usually tell you that, when you buy the Wi-Fi, you're not allowed to stream movies or content, but they don't say anything about TamTV.
They don't. That was fouled off to the right side. This time it said on that airline, and maybe they've upgraded all this stuff, which they probably have. They said you can do video conferencing, which would be the most awkward video conference ever to be on Zoom. But
if somebody dialed in on my one of my meetings from an airplane, I would just kick them out. They're like, come on, get out of here.
It's one thing if you have a fake background that looks like an airplane, but actually be on a Zoom call from the sky. It was low ball. It's a 3-1 count. Kirkley's a little bit wild here in the top of the fourth. He's thrown 42 pitches so far, which is good through 4 innings. Fouled off.
There you go.
Evened him up. Or I guess not even. 3-2 count. Full count.
Full count.
I was a little worried when you were talking. Oh, we lost some viewers. I was a little worried when you were talking about boosters before in our booth expansion plans. Called strike 3. Tearing the phone book. Is that what
tearing the phone book? He kind of wanted to tear the phone book. He kind of more punched him out on that.
There you go. That was a punch out.
Yeah,
I like it.
I want to see the phone book tear though.
I was a little worried when you were talking about the boosters and our booth expansion is going to depend on our viewership numbers. On TamTV.
Well, we do track metrics on the boosters. We do report on, and I'm serious. We report on how many viewers we have for our live streams in aggregate. We don't get into the specifics of different teams.
That was fouled off, it's an 0-2 count to Farmer.
But that is a good metric, and I don't have the numbers, but we've reported on how many streams we've had to date, and it's an impressive large number since the inception of TamTV during COVID.
Swing and a miss, throw down to first by Ever over the runner's head, which is a dangerous throw, but he made it perfectly, and Henry Bennett there caught it.
He almost beamed him in the back of the head. I mean, that runner had no idea how close he got to getting a melon ball.
He did. But he's out. All's good. First pitch is called strike 1.
There you go. Way to get out in front, Aiden. That's the pitch he's looking for after getting behind in that last count.
In the dirt, ball. We got a 1-1 count to Drucker. So it's good. I would be curious. The number, and we talked about this last time, I'd be curious the number of how many live streams versus kids watching the game after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
That's a swing and a miss for a strike 2.
You said Drucker. I think this is Tommy Strong. Is this not Tommy Strong?
Is it a pinch hitter, or did I have it wrong?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
We'll sub it out right now.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, it might have been wrong the whole time. I don't know.
So I do know a little bit about their roster. Tommy Strong's a Mill Valley boy.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to finish the top of the 4th inning. Kirkley's dealing out there on the mound. And we have due up for the home Hawks is going to be Bennett, Graham, and Kirkley. So you're saying a couple of the MC kids that are Mill Valley?
Yeah, Tommy Strong is a Mill Valley guy. He played, Mill Valley Little League with these boys forever, and they've all been teammates. And I know George is actually saying he wants to pitch against MC because he wants to take one off Tommy. He wants to strike him out. Last time he faced Tommy in travel, Tommy was pitching for Bombers, and George got a nice hit, and so he said, I don't need to face him at the plate. This time I want to face him on the mound. So I love the rivalry, and it's always fun when these guys who've been playing together for years are now on the other side of the other side of the diamond with each other in high school.
It is really fun. It looks like we have some defensive changes for the Wildcats. We have Tennyson, number 50, moving to first base, and I think Strong is over at third base.
Third base, yeah.
I think the outfield looks to be the same. Just one change. Looks like Strong came in to hit and is staying in the game at third base.
And same pitcher, huh?
Same pitcher, Cook still in there. He's up to 54 pitches through 3s. We got the bottom of the 4th. Be nice to get a run here and give the pitcher some support. The pitcher's coming up this inning, so hopefully he'll give himself some support. That would be the way to do it.
Well, this pitcher for Marin Catholic, he's got a good number. He's got 44. That's Reggie's number.
It is. It is a great number.
Yeah, solid.
44. Henry's stepping in. Henry's 0 for 1 today. Ground ball back to number 44, I think, in his first at bat, if I remember correctly.
Well, our viewership is rising. Good to see you out there.
First pitch, Henry hits it down left field.
That's gonna drop.
It's going to go back to the fence. Henry's rounding first, heading to second base, and slides in safe.
Got a boy, Henry. Big shot to get it going on the first pitch of the 4th inning here. That's what the Hawks are looking for. Let's get a leadoff runner on second, setting up the plate for George Graham.
Absolutely. A hit now should hopefully get us a run, but we'll see with no outs. This is, I think this weekend, George had an at-bat where, similar situation where the second baseman was holding on the runner, and George did an excellent job hitting and hit it through the hole on the right side with the big hole, which is a similar situation.
Yeah. I mean, you can look at his feet. I mean, that's where he's going.
Yeah.
I talked to him later about that one. He said, oh, man, I was just trying to get the ball to the right side. I was trying to go oppo. And he did it. It worked.
That was a great. Yeah, it looks like he's maybe doing that again. That second baseman had an issue with the umpire. That time, the field umpire was playing on the right side of the pitcher, which was blocking the second baseman. So he kept having to bounce back and forth between them. This time, the second baseman doing a good job getting back. And ground ball up the middle. That's going to advance the runner. George on first. Got him, but he does the job.
All right, little sacrifice ground ball to advance that runner.
We need another one of those from the pitcher, Aiden Kirkley, coming up to bat. The infield comes in for Marin Catholic, trying to keep this a 0-0 game. Runs seem to be at a premium for us today, so understandable. You don't want to get that first run across the plate. First pitch, called strike. That's that same kind of like high outside pitch he's been calling all day, so he's consistent, which is all you ask for the umpires.
He loves that high and outside corner, and that is not, at least for me, that was never a fun pitch for me to swing at. All right, he's not calling the low and outside corner.
That was a ball. We got a 1-1 count. Aiden stands in. Little flare out to the right side. And the first baseman was not able to get there in time. Sean Miller got in the way a little bit, and the coach from MC is yelling.
He's yelling about interference. There was that player had none play on that ball, I'll tell you that. I think the ump isn't really going to.
I think he's calling him out. No, I think they're saying Henry Bennett's out because of interference.
No, not Henry Bennett.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
Why would Henry be out on interference on a foul ball
I'm not sure what
the right field line?
I'm not sure what the call is. I think there's going to be some sort of discussion here coming up. I'm not sure what the interference is. Tommy yelled. I heard Tommy yell something about interference, or some parent. I'm not sure who yelled it, but they're meeting right now. They're discussing what they saw, what happened. And they're saying the runner's out, I guess, because Sean.
Why would the runner be out?
Got in the way of the first baseman making a play.
But why does that make the runner out?
No idea.
That makes no sense to me.
I don't know the rules well enough to know what that means. But really unfortunate circumstance there, but it happens.
That makes no sense. I mean, I could understand why an interference could affect the batter, but how could it affect the runner on the opposite side of the diamond?
I don't know. And I don't know why that is, but Tommy's talking to the home plate umpire, and Seems like the conversation's over. He's coming back to the plate. And yeah, Henry is out. Well, I saw the umpire talking to...
Okay, well, I'm fully baffled. I have no idea why that happened.
Nor do I. All right, well, we have 2 outs now, and we don't have a runner on first anymore, so it's a little different situation. Infield's back at regular depth.
That would have scored a runner.
Yep, that next pitch is a ball. So we got a 2-2 count to Aiden. That was one of the strangest things I've seen, but he seemed pretty sure about that, so I guess that must be the rule, that if you get if the base coach interferes with the fielder, that the runner on... What happens if there's no runner on base?
Yeah, I know. So many questions. If anybody out there knows the ruling on this...
This obscure ruling where it's interference on something I don't really know. Anyways, that's going to end it. That's the end of the 4th. And we have due up for the Wildcats is Tennyson, Fromicke, and Root. We'll be right back. And we're back into the top of the 5th inning. Defensively, the Hawks look to be the same. Aiden Kirkley's come back out for 5th inning of work. He's thrown 52 pitches today. First pitch, swing, foul ball. Henry should have run into the first base coach and gotten an out. Is what I'm going to say on that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. During the break, I went out and spoke to Clark Weber. He was telling me basically none of the parents on the stands have any idea what happened, why that ruling happened. Clark, that's
a center field, but Ryder had him shaded over that way. Comes over easily and makes the grab for out number 1.
Big play by Ryder. That's huge. Two pitch out there, helping out Aiden.
Absolutely, and it was just positioned in the right place. It's a little bit off dead center, which maybe that's where it looked like he's playing there again. First pitch to Fromicke. The catcher is swinging to miss, strike 1. So none of the parents had any idea.
So nobody had any idea. Clark Weber pulled up a ruling that says if a base coach interferes with a thrown ball, a runner will be out. That's the closest we've found. There was no thrown ball. There was a ball in play.
And I could understand if they maybe call the batter out in that situation, but like, what if you have 2 runners on? Like, do you pick the farthest runner? What if no runners on? There's no penalty, right. So you might as well interfere with them. Like, it doesn't make any. Not that all rules make sense, but they usually have some basis in logic.
Basis in logic, yes, is what you hope for. Baseball and in the world. Yeah, I think the other thing is like that ball was not a catchable ball, and so does that come into play? There should be judgment there.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 2. Quick 2 outs for the Hawks. Now batting is James Root, who's over 1 today so far.
I could hear the parents are still out there talking about it, trying to figure out what the ruling was on that.
It would make sense in that situation that the penalty would be that batter is out. Ground ball left side. Hank picks it up, throws to first. Safe, not in time. Hey, George kind of cut in front of Hank there a little bit, which Hank was able to field it, but just couldn't get it to the first base in time. That was the first runner of the inning.
Yeah, I think normally, the rule is if the third baseman can cut it off, they take the play. But I think George realized he was running hard. He was going to have a hard time turning and making that throw. And so I think he let it go for Hank to give it a shot. But that might have affected Hank's ability to charge that ball.
Yeah. Not sure. That was the first pitch was a called strike. James Root was off on the pitch, stealing second easily. James is fast. I mean, that's part of what happened there as well. I know James played on Arsenal with Aiden, and he can run. Ryder's coming in, makes the catch.
All right. Can of corn makes it look hard.
3 outs. That'll do it for the visiting Wildcats. We're still 0-0 heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Looks like Tommy's talking with the home plate umpire right now.
Trying to, my lip reading is a little bit rusty, but I'm trying to see. Maybe they're talking about that ruling.
Probably, yeah. But they're not going to go back and change it now. So.
No, I know.
But it's good to get some clarification for sure.
Well, and I'm sure the umpire explained the clarification to him at the time. But if anybody's good at reading lips on TamTV, hit us up. If we have any lip readers out there.
Maybe we should switch the camera angle to get the first pace so they can...
That's right. Let's see if that helps. All right.
It looks like the conversation's over now. Heading into the bottom of the 5th inning, we have Andrew Cohen, Levi Burrows, and going back to the top of the order, Hank Murray. Looks like we have a pitching change as well for the Wildcats. Coming into the game is number 6, also a lefty. I think that is Connor Grant.
Number 6? We got number 8.
It's number 8.
Yeah.
Still Connor Grant, just number 8, not number 6. Any other changes there for the... Looking around the infield now, it looks the same. Number 11's at shortstop.
So, Jason, I did... one of the other things we're trying to improve here in TamTV, we're working on trying to bring you guys post-game interviews. And one of the things we've been talking about is how to do the camera work for that. I did some investigation, and I was told that the first base cam is not adjustable.
The third base cam is adjustable.
The third base cam
is
adjustable.
I was actually reading in our little handy-dandy book down there about how to do it. There's an app on here, if it was installed. There's an app on here called this one right there. Smart PPS. If it's set up, that's what... I was actually doing that. That's where I got delayed a little bit because I was reading about that before the game, which I kind of got behind on things. But
so did we have a third base cam? I forget. Did we set that up last year?
I think we did. Yeah, we didn't often use it just because we didn't have a experienced producer with us.
Well,
see, this is if you look at the Smart PPS, it's supposed to be like this, called Skyhawk, and then you can.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to research this some more. I'm going to hit up our guy. Our cameras are brought to you by Stefan Welter, who's done a great job of installing these cameras. He's got a business called Gamecast, which has been setting up cameras around the county for different baseball fields.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he installed it partway through the year last year is my memory. I think Dan and I tried to use it one game. We were doing the freshman broadcast. We tried to use it one game, and then it just got, there's a lot going on with Game Changer and the scoreboard and camera angles. And first pitch to Andrew Cohen from Connor Grant is a called strike 1. Be nice to get a leadoff double again. No pressure, Andrew. Next pitch is ball outside. 1-1 count. Starting to cool off a little bit here in our booth.
Yeah, we get a little bit of breeze coming through here. It
feels good.
Yeah, it feels nice.
The wind's blowing out today, I think. You need someone to put a charge in it. Pop up to the right side. Catcher's back. Look like it's out of play. Heads up. Foul ball. We got a 1-2 count to Andrew. I noticed there's a tennis match going on today. We haven't had any balls over there yet, which is nice because we don't want to hit any of the tennis players. Hopefully Tam's winning over there. I don't know what's going on. 1-2 count to Andrew. Fouled it off. Nice. That was a great fight-off pitch. Not much you could do with that high kind of fastball, but Andrew fought it off to stay alive, which is great. Kind of battle and hopefully get a pitch you can hit.
All right. Well, I put a request in to our tech team here at TamTV.
Excellent. We'll look see what they say. Curveball called strike 3. It was a nice curveball. Kind of think Andrew froze on. It was first curveball of the at bat. We have 1 out, and we have Levi coming to the plate. It's Levi's second at bat of the game. It's like another fast game today. What are we, an hour in right now in the bottom of the 5th inning? When you don't score,
yeah,
it goes slow. And when you have weird calls where the third baseman, the guy in third, gets called out,
yeah, it
makes things go faster.
Some quick innings.
The best chance for a run got, again, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll move past it at some point, I promise.
At some point. But, we're going to keep talking about it for a little bit.
It's hard to let things go sometimes.
I'm not yet ready to move on.
We're not. We're broadcasters and parents, and I think this is probably the parent side of us coming out more than the broadcaster side. That last pitch to Levi was outside, ball 1. We got a 1-1 count with 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Still 0-0. Levi fouls it straight back. Didn't hit us. That's good. It's going to be a 1-2 count. See if we can get to Connor Grant here. Connor Grant played on Arsenal with a couple of the Tam Hawk players. He's also another Mill Valley kid, sophomore at MC. There's a couple. James Root, also sophomore. I believe he's Tiburon, though, and then Carson Farmer. Inside, ball 2.
And who do we have on the mound?
Connor Grant.
That's Connor Grant, yes.
Yeah.
I remember these boys from watching some Arsenal at some of the tournaments where we'd watch the older kids.
Nice. Did George play at Arsenal as well?
He did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Arsenal was and is a great program. They got new uniforms this year, which I like, from the repurposed. There's that curveball again. Called strike 3. That's 2 in a row. Connor Grant struck out Hawks on curveballs. So I think hopefully Hank's been paying attention what's going on. He's ready to swing at that pitch this time.
Yeah, they got the new uniforms for Arsenal. I'm glad they did it the year after we left. So all of my previous Arsenal swag.
You didn't have to buy new uniforms between 7th and 8th grade.
Right, but we had hats, we had sweatshirts, we had things handed down from the Murrays. We had all sorts of swag.
Yes, there's you could always go to the Southern Miss, right?
Well, it's funny.
Website, and you can buy all Arsenal gear.
You'd be in an airport or out of town somewhere for a tournament wearing the hat, and somebody would be like, SMU, let's go. Yeah, right.
Not quite, but it's all new gear in the different colors, no longer that maroon. It's a baby blue and a red hat, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
Ball outside, 2-0 count.
Yeah, big change in branding over there for South Marin Arsenal.
I think Holby's gotten a little bit more involved. When Aiden was in 7th grade, CB, the varsity coach, and Kyle, 2 varsity coaches, were running 7th grade Arsenal.
Yep. Same thing for
3.
George.
And then I think last year when George would have been 8th grade, he probably had Franklin, who's an MC coach.
That's right.
And then I think Holby took over. Holby took over freshman, and he's doing the 7th grade Arsenal. I think it's the new. What's happening? That was a good take. It was a 3-0 count. It was a called strike. Connor got the strike in there. Hank and Connor were on the Arsenal together.
Oh, yeah. These boys all know each other.
So they're very familiar. I don't know how many times Hank's faced Connor. Probably in juniors Little League, another Little League. Swing and a miss. All right, it's a full count now. So last time we had 2 strikes, last 2 batters, 2 strikes. Connor threw that curveball to get a called third strike. I don't know. Does he have confidence in it to do it at the 3-2 count? We'll see. Fastball loses it. It's going to be a ball. So we got our first runner of the inning with 2 outs. And we got Dylan up at bat.
Big D.
Dylan has had 2 great at bats today, 2 walks, but 2 good long at bats. Connor's also at 16 pitches this inning, which is good. They're getting some pitches out of these pitchers, which is getting into bullpens and getting deeper and to teams' pitching staffs is always a good thing. Connor throws over to first base.
It's fun to see these boys, like I mentioned earlier, playing against their former teammates. We had boys volleyball yesterday, also played against Marin Catholic.
Nice.
And there were some former teammates on opposite sides of the net. That's always fun.
How'd the game go?
It went well. They won yesterday against Marin Catholic. The day before, they played Redwood. Lots of familiar faces on both sides of that net. I think both of those teams kind of knew everybody from being teammates at Absolute Volleyball. And we lost to Redwood. That was a tough one.
Oh.
Tam and Redwood are the 2 powerhouses.
Are they the 2 powerhouses in boys volleyball?
Boys volleyball, yeah.
Pitch from Connor's outside, and it's going to be a 1-1 count. The last pitch, Dylan fouled straight back right at our booth. Shack, booth, whatever you want to call it.
But boys volleyball, they'll face Redwood again at home this week. They'll get another chance at them.
Bow's ball in the dirt. Hank's off running the throw down. He's under the tag. That was a nice block by the catcher.
And a great throw.
And a great throw by the catcher. It almost had Hank.
I mean, Hank was like paper thin on that carpet. He was so flat and so low.
He was. It was a great slide, and he got a good jump, so that was really a nice play by the catcher because it was off to the side, too. It wasn't just a down block. He had to go out and get it, pick it up, and make that throw, which was really nice. But now Hank's in scoring position. Connor throws back to second. It goes into the outfield. Hank's not going to go anywhere. The center fielder's right there. 2-1 count. 2 outs. So big hit, big moment for the Hawks right here. Dylan with a hit can probably score Hank. The center fielder's playing pretty shallow. I can't really see left field, but the right fielder's playing pretty deep. So the hit to right field should score Hank from second base with 2 outs.
Go.
High, back to the bat stop. Hank gets to third base. He kind of delayed a little bit there.
All right, well, just like that, the plate is set for Dylan Whitmore. Anything out of the infield is going to bring him in.
It will. I've noticed that we no longer have a first base coach.
And even on the right side of the infield.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. We pulled the the first base coach.
Which is the bummer about that whole thing is that we have just Tommy as our coach, and we have other guys doing the base coaching, and they're players. They're not experienced base coaches, and it's kind of also a bummer just to make that call when the guy had no chance to catch it. And it really, Sean was just standing there. Foul back toward Tennis. Heads up, Tennis. Well, a full count again for Dylan. This is third at bat, third full count.
Well, I know when there's a steal attempt, the batter is not supposed to try to move and get out of the way. They're supposed to hold their ground and let the catcher knows to go around them. And I don't know what the expectation is for a base coach, and I'm pretty sure the players certainly don't.
Definitely not. And that's where I was saying it's kind of a bummer call just because I'm sure Sean doesn't feel good about it. Nothing he could have done about it. No expectation that Sean would know what to do there. So
I couldn't see down the first baseline. Did he?
He didn't really move. He just kind of stood there, and the first baseman kind of ran toward him, and he didn't even collide with him. He kind of just avoided him a little bit, and he wasn't going to get there. It was a weird call all over. I heard a parent yell interference, or someone yelled interference, and I wonder if that kind of got the umpire thinking. Throw over to first base. We have first and third with 2 outs, and Ryder's at bat. Ryder's 0 for 1 today. So we've got a walk, which could have been a hit by pitch. Not 100% sure.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's what's going on here.
And Dylan leads off. First pitch squeaks away. Hank doesn't come home, but Dylan goes down to second base. That's going to be ball 1. I think that's a good hold by Hank there. Ryder's one of our harder hitters, and we have Lucas coming up next. So you don't want to get out. You don't want to make the third out. Unless you don't want to go home unless you're sure you're going to make it in that situation, especially for the first round of the game. This is a big moment in the game right here. Ball 3.
Yeah, Ryder's ahead of the count.
Ball 2. Sorry, ball 2.
And pitcher's thrown a couple balls to the backstop and in the dirt lately, losing a little bit of control. I know Ryder does not want it. He wants to get a hit and not be hit, but he needs to be patient.
Well, Connor's thrown 24 pitches now, and Marin Catholic coach just called timeout to come talk to Connor. Little known, or maybe not a little known fact, Ryder and Connor are, I don't want to say best friends, but they're really good friends, really tight. They both played on Arsenal together as well, and they used to always ride their bikes to practice, and I'd see them, so they are good friends. I'm sure this is a interesting battle, and it will be talked about.
Yeah, for sure.
Depending on what happens later.
Is Connor a Mill Valley guy?
Yeah. I think he lives next door, very near
Ryder
as well. Yeah.
Well, that's a great matchup. I mean, there's nothing funner than facing your buddy, 60 feet away or whatever that is.
I think Ryder's going to be swinging harder. Ryder likes to swing hard. He almost went out the other day in the left center. I'm sure Ryder's thinking to put one on Miller right now. Swing and a miss. 2-1 count.
Ryder's thinking about that. He wants to get one off his boy.
He did. He swung. That was strike 1. Swing and a miss is 2-1 count. 2 outs. Man on second and third. Fouled it off. Whatever the MC coach said, that Connor seemed to have settled him down a little bit.
Yeah.
It was getting a little wild there. Walked a batter. First 2 pitches to Ryder were balls. Now we got a 2-2 count. I'm expecting right now that Connor is going to break out that curveball that he struck the first 2 batters inning out. So.
Oh,
got it to left field. It's going.
Oh, he makes the catch. Oh. He makes the catch about 5 feet from the fence.
That was a nice hit by Ryder deep down the left field. That was, I think, James Root out there in left field still, and he's a fast runner making that catch.
Wow.
That was a big play. Big play there. Ryder just missed that.
He put it a little high, and that gave him time to get under it, but he had to run hard for that. He was probably about 5 feet from the foul line and 5 feet from the fence.
It was a nice play to save what is probably 2 runs. That was a long inning.
Oh, yeah.
Connor threw 27 pitches. And looks like for MC, we have the number 9 hitter, Connor Grant, coming in the game. Aiden's back on the mound there. He's thrown 61 pitches through 5 innings. That was a long rest. We'll see how he does after that long break. I'm sure he's probably having a short leash at this point.
How many pitches was that, you said?
61 pitches.
61, okay.
5. Very, very efficient.
Yeah.
I don't think Aiden's gone over about 65 or so this year so far. He pitched last Saturday. So he's had a good break, but we'll see how far he goes. But that was another good chance for the Hawks there. Ryder, got a good pitch to hit and hit it well. Just didn't quite hit a little too high or not quite far enough. However you want to look at it. First pitch, swing and a miss to pitcher on pitcher, I guess. Connor Grant is now batting. Connor was pretty pumped on that catch after that, which is understandable.
Oh, yeah. Defense really picking him up back there.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of battled out of that inning. Did a good job battling out of the inning to keep it 0-0.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Called strike. 1-2 count.
Delayed call on that, but that's the right call.
It was. The catcher popped up a little bit there. I don't know if the umpire maybe was a little delayed from that. And that was a swing and a miss for strike 3. Out number 1.
There you go. 3 good pitches from Aiden. Gotta like that with your leadoff batter.
All right, now we're back at the top of the order for MC. This is Hammond. 0 for 1, bunts it back to the pitcher. Aiden picks it up, throws to first, got him in time. I like that call there with your leadoff hitter. It's probably pretty fast, trying to make something happen. But fortunately for the Hawks, he bunted it right back to Aiden, who
who came in, kept us cool, made the play.
Yeah, sorry, I was game changing.
Yeah, you know,
got distracted.
It's all good.
Thanks for finishing my sentence.
We could finish our sentences now.
All right, first pitch to Raymond was a ball. And that ground ball to third base, I didn't see what happened.
It was foul ball down the third baseline.
Okay.
Big hop that George gloved, but was going to have a hell of a time trying to make a throw from back there.
That is a long throw.
It probably would have been an eat-it ball.
Yeah. I think anything that is for the viewers at home, I in the booth we kind of get a limited view, and I can't see anything to the left of Hank, so it's a mystery.
And I can't see anything to the right.
So we'll have to finish each other's plays as well.
That's right.
That was a called strike it's a 1-2 count. Curve fouled back out of play. Stay at the 1-2 count. And looks in. Shakes off the catcher. Throws it in the dirt for a ball. It's a 2-2 count. Two count, 2 outs. Line drive, shortstop. Hank picks it up, throws the first long throw. Plenty of time. Got the out. Great play by Hank. That was a short hop. He almost gloved on the fly, but he had to kind of short hop it and threw to first base. Had plenty of time. It wasn't a fast runner.
Let's take another look at that. Let's get a replay. Ball comes out. Hank just smothers it, makes the throw. Great play, Hank.
That was a great inning for the Hawks. 11 pitches for Aiden. And that takes us to the bottom of the 6th inning. We're still 0-0. Connor Grant back on the mound. And due up for the Hawks is going to be 4, 5, 6 to Pippa, Bennett, Graham.
Yeah, Aiden's got to be fired up with that. 6-pitch inning in the 6th is what you want. Helps you go the distance.
Absolutely. It's so far, let's see what he's on for the day. He's thrown 72 pitches at 69% strikes, and the last inning was 11 pitches. The most pitches he's thrown in an inning was the 2nd inning, where he threw 18 pitches. In the 5th inning, he threw 100% strikes, which is 9 pitches, 100%. I don't know if that is the immaculate inning where you have 9 pitches, 3 outs. I mean, I guess it is an immaculate inning. I don't know the full definition of immaculate inning. I think immaculate inning is when you have 9 pitches, 3 strikeouts. There might have been a foul in there.
Yeah. So. Well, these are great metrics we've got here from our analytics department is feeding us these. Thank you to them.
You always got to thank the analytics department. All right, so digging in now is Lucas DePippa. We got lefty on lefty. Lucas is 1 for 2 today. He had a nice line drive over the shortstop's head in the 1st inning. He reaches out and offers up a bunt, misses it. It's going to be called strike 1. So Tommy's also looking to make something happen with the leadoff hitter. I guess that wasn't the leadoff hitter last inning. It was the 2nd hitter of the inning, but...
Yeah, getting late in the game, trying to play a little small ball here and just get some runners on, advance them around. Pitchers are pretty stingy out there for both teams.
Yes, they have. There have not been many runners in scoring position today. And some of them have been sent home. Not letting it go yet. I'm not ready.
No, neither am I. It's fine.
Big swing and a miss for Lucas
just
there.
Get it all out. You know?
Get it out while in the booth, and after the game, when we're talking to the kids, they'll say, who knows?
you flush it, as we say in our household.
There you go.
Yeah.
Talk about it at dinner, and then flush it. Lucas ground ball to first baseman, picks it up, takes it himself, steps on the bag. That's going to be 1 out.
Henry Bennett stepping in for the Hawks.
Henry, speaking of the infamous play at third base, that was courtesy of Henry Bennett, who had hit a double and made his way over to third base 2 innings ago when that happened. So maybe Henry can get it. Has a double in there somewhere.
Yeah, he had a big hit earlier. You know he's thinking about that. Let's get another piece.
I'm sure he's thinking about being told to leave third base for no reason.
It's like, I earned that base.
Yeah. What's going on here?
What did I do wrong? Ump.
Ooh, didn't call that one a strike. That's the one he likes.
It wasn't high enough.
I guess not. I guess not. It's a 1-1 count.
We're full of snark here today. we're light on the puns, but we'll make up for it with snark.
We miss you, Dan.
Yeah, we miss you, Dan. You get the juices flowing when you're here.
That was a ball in the dirt for 2-1 count to Henry. Down the middle, called strike. It'd be nice if the Hawks could get a run here and take the lead into the top of the 7th. But we'll see what happens here. Henry hits it up the middle. That's going to get through.
Stay hot, Henry.
Stay hot, Henry.
Attaboy. HB.
All right, now up is George Graham coming to the plate. Runner on base, 1 out. Looking to make something happen. So with George up, they are not, I can't see left field, but right fielder's not playing, it's probably playing more towards center field, leaving that right field line open. First pitch is outside.
I'm looking at George's feet, and I'm thinking he's trying to go to right field again.
He's trying to go down the right field line for a double and score Henry. That was just a back pick from the catcher down to first base. Henry was back in easily. Wasn't fooling anyone. George hits it high up. I can't see it, so I'll let Bill.
He gets under it, popped out, caught by third baseman Tommy Strong.
So it's going to be 2 outs, and our pitcher, Aiden Kirkley's coming to bat. Aiden's 0 for 2 today. Looking to help his own cause right now. He had a nice fly ball to left field in the first inning. First pitch, it gets away, hits the umpire in the foot, but still scored far enough away for Henry to get down to second base, no problem. So we got 2 outs, 1-0 count. We got a runner in scoring position again. This is the 3rd inning in a row, I think, Bill, we've had a runner in scoring position.
Yeah.
Becomes another big at-bat for the Hawks.
Half the time it's Aiden. Or not Aiden, Henry.
Yep. Ooh, fouled back. Just missed it. A little friendly rivalry there between Ryan Bindman and number 15 for the Wildcats.
Love to see that hustle. Both team players fighting to get that foul ball.
They indeed. 1-1 count. Hits it foul to the right side. Out of play. That's going to be a 1-2 count. So definitely the curveball coming here. So Aiden's going to need to protect and look for that curveball. Look fastball, react curveball, as Tommy says. I heard him say out there.
Mm-hmm.
Connor looks in. Outside, ball 2.
It's a good eye.
2-2 count. 2 outs. Big hole on the right side there. It would be nice to see Aiden hit it through that hole over there. That would probably do the job. Right fielder's playing pretty deep. Hits it foul off to the side. Out of play. 2-2 count. Haven't seen a curveball from Connor yet.
Oh yeah, he's going at it with the fastball.
Going out with the fastball, yeah. It's 2-2 count though. I wouldn't be surprised. Keep saying that though, and it doesn't happen. So
see if he changes it up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep saying it until it happens. Popped it up. It's in play.
Oh my!
He makes the catch over the dugout, running into the side. That was a nice play by the first baseman, and that will end the inning. Hawks had another chance there, couldn't quite get it done. And that's going to send us to the 6th. We have a 0-0 game with the Hawks having 3 hits today. Only 3 hits.
You know, Jason, I can't remember the last time we've gone into the 7th inning with a 0-0 game. We've had, all the games I've been a part of at least, have had a good amount of hits and runners and runs and back and forth. Big high number games.
Definitely agree with you. And this is the second great pitching performance by the TAM in a row. It's good to see this pitcher's getting into the season a little more. Aiden's at 72 pitches right now through 6. No defensive changes for the Hawks that I can see. And due up for the Wildcats is looks like we have a new hitter. It's going to be 3-4-5. And that is number 12. Let me look who that is.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we call a
Stewart.
It's a pitcher's duel.
It is a pitcher's duel, or they've had 2 pitchers. This I've noticed a trend as well, where TAM is very efficient with their pitching. In most games, we're usually 30 or 40 pitches less total than whatever team we're playing. Doesn't always mean we win, but it definitely kind of gets some pitches out of people.
Well, it's a testament, obviously to our pitchers, but also to our defense. Our defense is able to, these pitchers are able to pitch with confidence that they've got a strong defense behind them. And that's really important as a pitcher.
Definitely. The first pitch was a ball. The last was a swing and a miss for a strike. We got a 1-1 count.
There you go.
Nice frame job by Ever there. Called strike. He held it there, telling the umpire, you better call that a strike.
It's right here, dude. Ring it up.
I'm just going to hold it here until you call it. Swing and a miss. Ever blocks it. Got to make the throw down. Oh, wide.
Well, it's good block. He did a good job keeping that ball in front of him. We got Tommy Strong stepping up to the plate.
He does. So that's the leadoff runner on base. See if he's on the move or not. Hayden looks in, throws over, and he's back in safe. Aiden looks in, hitter squares to bunt, doesn't offer at it, Ever down to second, ball gets away from Andrew but keeps it in front of him. So it's going to be a 1-0 count, and MC's got a runner on second in scoring position.
Bunts on again. Oh, and he
foul. Didn't quite get it back there. I'll take that foul ball for strike 1 and 1-1.
Sure.
I think he kind of is coming at his head. He kind of backed his head away, and his bat came with him, and kind of.
They're going to give it to him again. 1-1. Foul. It hit him, but it also hit his bat. It's a foul. I thought it hit him first and then hit his bat. But when you hear that ding, catch it. Ump's going to say, hey, that's a foul ball. They're going to discuss this because I think it hit Tommy and then hit the bat.
I mean, I'm not sure what if the umpire makes the call. Like, is this guy going to convince him otherwise? I don't think so. Like, you have your say as a coach there, but the umpire's not going to change his mind at that point.
Good on you for the ump. I mean, that's literally you see that happen. The coach talks to the ump, and the ump changes their mind.
Yep, 1-2 count. And that was a curve pop fly to Henry at first for out number 1.
That was a great curve by Aiden. That was a beautiful pitch. I mean, there was not a whole lot Tommy was able to do with that ball. It came on the inside to him, and he had to just hack away and get some kind of crummy wood on it.
All right. Now batting for MC is number 50, Tennyson. 1 out, man on second. First pitch. Swing and a miss, or a called strike. Not really sure what it was, but it's a strike nonetheless.
think it was a check swing on a pitch that was otherwise a strike anyway.
Ball in the dirt, squirts away, and the runner is able to advance. It's a good block by Ever to keep that in front of him. But that does put the go-ahead run on third base with 1 out. So Aiden's got to go from the windup now. Got to bear down and try to get this guy out. Keep the ball in the infield. Called strike. Ever stood up a little early there.
Yeah.
Got to stay down a little bit on that.
I think that's that high and outside corner that ump likes.
It is. So it's a 1-2 count.
Glad to see he's calling it both ways.
Curve in the dirt.
A lot of action in the stands today. A lot of chatter from the fans and the teams cheering on their players here.
And that was a hit batsman with a 2-2 count. And I'm guessing that's probably going to be it. Probably going to do it for the day for Aiden. He said 85 pitches a day. We'll see if he argues or what the discussion is, but I'm guessing he's probably close to done. I'm not sure he's ever thrown this many pitches before.
Well, I don't see Coach Tommy pointing to a new pitcher yet, so I think there is still some room for Aiden to plead his case to stay on the mound.
Yeah, there's definitely a discussion happening. Let's see, maybe they're just talking about the play or what to do.
Maybe they're talking about what they're going to have for dinner.
Maybe they're talking about what they're having for dinner.
No,
I don't know the answer to that either.
That's more of a catcher and pitcher conversation.
All right, looks like he's staying in. So Tommy started walking away.
All right. Well, you know what? I don't mind that hit batter. This just sets the plate for a good double play ball.
Absolutely. Batting now is the catcher, Frumke. Looks like they have a pinch runner for the Hawks. Number 18?
For the Wildcats.
Wildcats, sorry. Number 18's in the game to run. Probably give him a little more speed on the bases. Ooh, nice scoop by Henry over there at first base. Hawks did the traditional Hawk play where you fake to third and throw to first, which is allowed in high school baseball, but not at other levels for whatever reason. But Henry did a nice scoop that almost got away from him. That would have been a run. First pitch, line drive to center field, and that's going to give the Wildcats their first run of the game.
All right, well, I think that might have been...
That was it for Aiden today.
Aiden's last batter to work with.
That was a nice outing by Aiden. Threw 86 pitches, 6.1 innings. Gave up 1 run. I don't know that it's earned, though.
Yeah, well, let's see.
It was a strikeout. Got on base on a strikeout.
All right.
So I don't think that's an earned run.
No.
But that was another great outing by pitching. And we got coming in the game now is Boston, who hasn't played a ton lately. I think he's had some sore arm, but it looks like he's ready to go. So this is great. We have first and second with 1 out, so nice double play would get out of the inning would be what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, it's tough when you pitch 6 1/3 innings and do a great job. 1 run comes in off 1 unearned run comes in, and your offense hasn't been able to help you out because the other pitching's been so solid.
Yeah, it's tough, but nothing to definitely be proud about. Great outing there.
Yeah.
2 games in a row the Hawks have pitched their hearts out, so it's great to see.
Reminds me of I think it was Matt Cain, one of his last years. He was pitching great, but the Giants averaged like 0.5 runs a game scored. The guy's like, come on, give me a break.
Yeah,
I'm giving up 1 run the whole game, and we can't win.
I think he was averaging like 1.5 runs a game or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Just like
pitching lights out, and they were losing.
Maybe that's why he stopped. He's like, all right, I'm done.
He's like, I'm out of here.
I can't do more. It's not enough.
I saw Matt Cain once at the Mill Valley Dog Park one time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was with one of my son's probably 10 years ago, back when Matt was still playing. It was a Saturday afternoon, like late day Saturday. They'd played earlier that day, and we were at the skate park. And I look over, and there's Matt Cain pulling up in his white Range Rover, getting out with his wife and his little fluffy little cute dog, and walking over to the dog park.
Oh, nice. Did you say hi to him, or did you give him his space?
I gave him space. I saw him from across the way. We were probably 50 yards apart, and I just looked over at him, and he just looked at me like, "Hey, you gonna say anything?" And I was like, "No." I just gave him a nod. He gave me a nod, and he went about his business.
Oh, nice.
But then I started wondering, I wonder if he's looking for a house in Mill Valley. Like maybe they're looking around up here.
Yeah, they might have been. I don't know what else. Maybe they had friends that lived in Mill Valley. Thought for a while, I know he lived in the East Bay, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, all right. So we're back at it, and we have James Root batting now, who's a speedy runner, and he's 1 for 2 today. We got 2 on. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Strike 1. So the Hawks are going to have to, get out of this inning, and they're going to have to score some runs. Is what the doctor ordered. Pitch number 2 squirts away from Ever to the backstop, and now we have second and third with 1 out.
Good job, kid. Do what you can right here. Get in play, 20. Let's go, kid.
Next pitch is backstop. Players coming to the plate. That's going to be another run on a wild pitch. Tam's struggling a little bit at this point. Giving up a couple runs after what's been a clean game up to that point. 2-1 count. Boston looks back in there. Really need to keep it at 2-0 hopefully here. Next pitch outside. Ball. 3-1 count.
Well, you really don't want to give up a hit here. Giving up first base on a walk, not so bad. You can still play for the double play. That's a foul ball.
That was hit hard, foul.
Well, full count now to Boston. He's going to try to see if he could take it to him, finish this guy off.
Get that second all-important out with the runner at third base. Pitch hit in the left field. Is that going to be deep enough?
Nope, that's going to be caught.
And the throw comes to the plate. Is it in time? It not quite got away. The sacrifice fly. It's going to take MC's going to take a 3-0 lead on that one.
That throw was just a little bit late.
A little bit up the line. It bounced. Ever tried to corral it, couldn't quite do it, and the runner slid in safe. So it's 3-0 now, MC.
Well, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Speaking of late, I just got a text from Tam High Attendance.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that late throw is brought to you by Tam High Attendance. When your kid's running late, they're going to let you know.
You're going to get a phone call, an email, a text message.
You're going to get all of the above. You're going to get so much notification.
That was a foul ball. It's 1-1 count. I wonder how many on average a day of those go out to the Tam High community.
I mean, if messaging rates apply, I mean that's gonna add up.
It's gonna cost some money.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice curve from Boston there.
That's a nice pitch. He's settling in nicely.
Count. He is, and it'd be nice to get the third out here, and then Tam's gonna have to get some runs. We're gonna have to get 3 runs to tie, 4 to go ahead. And hits it to center field. That should be to Ryder. Under it, makes the grab, and that'll do it. But not after the Wildcats score 3. And it's 3-0 going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Due up for Tam High is Cohen, Burrows, Murray. Bottom of the 7th. Let's see. Yeah, there's no earned runs. I was just checking what Game Changer kind of tells you what the stats are. You don't plug them in, and I guess there was no earned runs on that. So just 3 runs, none earned, which is, got a little sloppy. That's all right though. Still a close game. 3 runs is easily doable for the Hawks. Just need to get to Connor Grant. He's at 44 pitches. This is his 3rd inning of work, and assuming we have the same hitters coming up, it looks like we have a pinch hitter for Andrew Cohen. Looks like Ryan Bindeman has been put into the game. Number 10. He's a lefty. It's first at bat of the game.
Oh yeah, we'll get a lefty-lefty matchup here. I'm sure that's something Tommy's thinking about. Then he's going to see if he can get things started here for the Hawks.
Bindy's had some great at-bats this year. He's got a number of hits. He's been making a lot of contact, which is great to see. Third baseman's in at third over there, playing the shallow third base. First pitch, ball to the backstop. 1-0 count. Looks like we have another pinch hitter coming up next. Sean Miller's on deck. Hopefully Tommy's looking to change it up and get something going here. Next pitch, ball high, 2-0 count.
Temperature's starting to drop here. like anybody who's been around this place, I come here with a change of clothes just in case.
Very nice.
I'm gonna put some long pants on.
Down the middle, called strike for the first strike of the at bat. 2-1 count. Ryan fouls it back out of play. 2-2 count.
That's another advantage of us having our broadcast booth. You can change some layers when it gets cold here at the nest.
Yes, and no one knows. No one knows, except I guess everyone who's listening. But that was ball 3, full count. That was a good at bat by Ryan. Full count, 3-2. Nice of Ryan to get on base right now. Connor looks in. Called strike. That's going to be 1 out.
Yeah, that's a nice pitch. It was outside, low and outside corner.
It was. Sean's coming up to plate. Sean Miller's first at bat of the game. I think Sean's one of those rare righty throwers, lefty hitters. I do believe. We have a number of lefty hitters on this team, but one less lefty thrower, I guess. First pitch, outside, ball 1. It's actually a good idea. I'm going to put my coat on as well. Adding layers in the booth. Called strike. 1-1. And fouls it, hits it high, pop fly in the infield. Third baseman makes the catch.
We had a different batter there. That's not. We had Levi Burrows and Team Snap.
That's true. I was saying the right batter, so I'll switch that before
there
I
we
give
go.
the pop out.
All right.
So that's 2 outs. The Hawks are down to their final out of the game with the leadoff hitter, Hank Murray, coming to the plate. Hank's 0 for 2 today. Got to get something going. If Hank can get on base, we have the middle of the lineup. It's the right part of the lineup you want on. So really, Hank's got the job here is to just get on base any way you can. Put some pressure on Marin Catholic. First pitch was a ball. 1-0.
Well, as a batter, you never want to make that last out. You're like, let's just get one more guy up to the plate.
There you go. Ooh. Called strike. 1-1. Right now, the Hawks would like to not make the last out, which means they came back and won this game with 2 outs. But
that's right. We got a walk-off situation.
Got some work to do. 1-1 count for Hank. He looks in. Low ball. 2-1 count. Connor's up to 56 pitches now.
Hank's played with Connor in the past as well.
He has. They know each other well. Hank fouls that one back. Even the count at 2-2. Looks like we might have a Kenjo on deck. Hank steps in, 2-2. Called strike 3, and that's gonna do it for the game today. It was a great game that we just couldn't quite get that run across the plate. I think after that not Henry Bennett's fault situation at third base, it seemed we couldn't get that runner in from third base all day.
Yeah, that turned out to be a really pivotal point of the game with that call.
Yeah,
that runner on third, and if the Hawks were able to keep that runner there, if that call hadn't been made, the next pitch was a wild pitch. We would have scored. We would have been up 1-0. It would have been a totally different ballgame. But tough one for the Hawks. They've been on a good run lately. They've been playing well. They've been winning games, and this is one that did not go their way.
It did not. It was evens the series as well with Marin Catholic, which I'm guessing that this is kind of going to be a battle this year. We played them 4 times, so we'll see them 2 more times. I think once next week and then once kind of later in the season. But definitely, it's gonna make it out. It's gonna be a battle each time we play them for sure.
Yeah. But again, the stories are in these 2 games against MC is strong starting pitching and getting some runs late in the game when you can.
Yeah, they Marin Catholic had 3 runs today on 2 hits and 1 error, and the Hawks had no runs on 3 hits with no error. So still solid defense, but
yeah,
couldn't quite get it done. But it was a good game. The Hawks should be proud of themselves. They did a great job, and as they line up and do their post-game run, which both teams seem to be doing, and I'm not sure if that's what everyone does now, but thanks for joining us. I think that's going to be it for today. Bill, thanks for being in the booth again. Great. Dan, if you're out there, we missed you.
And great to be here, and thank you for tuning in on behalf of our entire TamTV team. Thank you, and go Hawks.
Go Hawks.